theft incident in Missouri this week. One acted as a distraction, standing naked in front of the store clerk and performing a hula dance while asking her if she'd, quote, like some of this, while his cohorts lifted the beer. They fled the scene, but were apprehended later thanks to some killjoy writing down the license plate number of their getaway car. To clarify for the Best in Show staff and audience, it is illegal to be nude in public. This includes trip to courthouses and Starbucks. No matter how hot it gets, you apparently can't smoke crack in a neighbor's hot tub, nor can you take your leopard for some fresh air in the buff. If you've gotten away with bank robbery, it's pretty stupid to get caught for lying around naked by some lady's pool. You can strip down in your own apartment, but you can't walk around the building like that. Mental breakdowns will be better received by your neighbors if you keep your clothes on. If you're driving naked to your mom's house, watch out for truckers. And if you're too young to buy beer, a naked hula dance will only add charges to your arrest because chances are the cashier does not want some of that. Always, always, always publicly decent. I'm Vanessa Cheatwood.
Gotta be honest, I want some of that. I'd like some of
Who
that.
wouldn't want some of that? That's probably why they called. That's probably why they got his license plate.
Do you think there's a link between exhibitionist behavior and criminal behavior?
I do not think
it
so.
It seems that there's nudity whenever people are like having some kind of, I don't know,
fun
cracked out or drunken issue.
You know, the criminal activities here, herein within this report, made me, people should have been arrested and taken care of for them. And that would include, like, having the leopard over your neck in a public place and stuff like that. That's the illegal stuff. I don't understand what a repressed society we live in that people just can't be nude and it's such a big deal. I mean, don't get me wrong. If someone's running into like into a kindergarten classroom, I don't think they should be nude. But I don't really think it's such a big, especially dudes driving in their car bottomless. Come on, who's he hurting?
If this stuff happened in like a European country, you don't think they'd be arrested? You don't think lesser charges?
I don't know. I don't know if it's legal.
No,
or not.
yeah,
I live in America. I live in America, greatest country in the world. Love it or leave it, pal.
You don't love it. You should leave it.
No, I do. I absolutely do love America. I swear to God, I think about this all the time. Like people like going
being
on
naked.
Obviously being naked all the time in this room. I know that each one of you has seen in this room and on the phone. You've all seen me nude more than a few times in your life. I got no problem. Hey, Vanessa, don't say it with such disgust. Can't you say it like, yay? Can't you be happy about it? It was such like a, yeah. Unfortunately,
it
I
was
have.
one thing when you were just naked, though. It was another thing when I'd be like, I don't know, eating my breakfast and you put your balls down on the table next to me.
Oh, no, you did not do that.
I would swear on my life that I didn't do it, but the fact that she's saying it suggests that I probably would be wrong. And
you absolutely did it.
Yeah, I don't remember doing that. There's a lot of things like that I just don't remember, just because being nude was a fairly consistent theme in my life for the longest time. I have no problem.
Not me. I don't think I've been naked in like 20 years.
Yeah,
I can't even drive the car without socks on.
I actually saw you. I saw you in your bathtub the other day wearing a pair of pants,
a snowsuit, in the shower.
One day you were in your bathroom and you start yelling, "What is this? What is this? What is this?" And I like walked over to see, and it was you naked standing, and you said, "It's me."
That's a beautiful story.
That's honestly a pretty funny guy. If someone did that to me, I would laugh and laugh if he did it. I bet a guy like that wears an Anheuser-Busch t-shirt on the weekends.
Oh man.
I just don't see what the big deal is. Like, of course, exposing yourself to kids, contrary to Gigi Allen's claim, is not okay. I don't think that that's a good idea. But I mean, just driving in a car naked, who really cares? If there's a child around, I think it should be illegal. If there's no children around, all bets are off.
How can you figure out where children are going to be?
Well,
everyone have to give an itinerary. I'm taking my child to the park today.
You don't like to gamble at all? Well, that's what I'm saying. These guys shouldn't be arrested if there's no kids in the area. If there's no kid in the area, you say, "Hey, bro, put your pants on. A kid could come by."
All these people are in public places, right? I mean, the guy with the leopard was walking around.
Well, that guy should be in trouble for the leopard. Which, by the way, Grandma's Boy, guy gets a lion in it. Stupid movie. Yeah,
King of the Jungle, man.
Like I said, the other criminal acts in there, I totally think are punishable. The being naked part, who cares? Why do we care so much about? Oh my God, I saw someone's naughty bits.
I want a person to be arrested if they're walking around. I don't want to see that. Why would you want to see that?
It's not that I want to see it, but it's like, what do you want to do? There's lots of. I don't want to see a fat girl wearing a half shirt, but I have to see it all the time when I go to the Staten Island Mall or wherever
If you're
I go.
naked in public, you're either drunk beyond belief or like horny beyond belief, and those two things aren't really good in a public area.
See,
whether or not there's kids around, I don't know.
I beg to differ. Don't get me wrong. I've
No way.
definitely been horny as all hell and drunk as all hell and nude at the same time. But I've definitely been nude a lot when I was none of the above.
All right, then why can't kids see it?
I think it's a fine line. I don't think that kids can't see it. I think forcing kids to be exposed to it is the rough part.
Well, you're forcing me to be exposed to it as well, and
But you're not a kid.
F the kids. I mean, that's what I'm saying.
No, I'm not. I believe the children are the future. The thing is, if you teach them well, we could let them lead the way.
Teach them all the beauty that's left
See, you
inside.
got to show them all the beauty.
Oh, show 'em
They
all.
possess inside, not outside. You
Give them
don't.
that sense
Got
of
it.
pride.
Yeah, inside, not underneath the clothes. Yeah, I don't think. I mean, you're an adult. You should be able to do. When you see a movie with nudity in it, you scream when you see it. Oh God, Lordy Lord, I saw boobies. Like, what are you gonna do?
No,
I'm
because
just saying-
they're usually an intimate setting when you see boobies.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, I know. I'm in an intimate setting in a dark room with 40,000 people that I
But you're
don't
choosing
know.
to go watch that movie.
I'm just saying, if we're protecting the children from it, then essentially it sounds as if society has deemed that it's something to be protected. You know.
Yeah, we only protect children from things that, we would own. Wait. I know what I want to say, and it's just not happening.
We only protect from things that are bad. So if it's bad, why is it not bad for old people too?
And usually it's the guy that's naked, right? Was there any women naked in that story?
God, I wish.
There was one. There was one, but she was like an old lady, which I think is why people didn't want to see her.
See, I think she's great. Yeah, somehow I think that all the strippers that were nude going to the mall somehow didn't get in any trouble. What a shock.
Exactly. Like the teachers now that are getting in trouble. Or and stuff, all these guy teachers that are getting in trouble, and the women teachers are getting away with it for. What is
Oh no,
it?
what's her
Teachers
name?
are naked.
That chick, the chick who had the kid with her 14-year-old student, she didn't get off scot free. She went to jail for that.
Yeah, for a little bit. These guys are going to.
No,
Other
but she
guys are
like
going to jail
5
for
years.
5 years. Other guys are going to jail for 20.
5 years for having consensual sex with a boy that was almost at the age of consent.
If you had a little son, say
I'd take him to a whorehouse when he's 9.
Yeah.
Aw.
all right,
No,
then you answered my question.
Yeah, no. I mean, in all honesty, I don't care. I mean, I would feel a son with a woman.
Who was much older than him, but he was like a freshman in high school.
Freshman in high school, no, it's fine.
Okay, 8th grade, 7th grade, 8th grade, 6th grade, and he's
6th, I think, crosses the line. 7th grade is borderline. 8th grade and up is fine.
So
Wait,
7th
what are you
grade.
guys talking about?
Would I have a problem with? Sorry, I guess we should use words instead of
Is
speaking
it, wait,
via
is it
telekinesis.
just if it was a son? What about for a daughter?
A daughter, it's totally
13-year-old
different.
daughter and her 30-year-old teacher.
Then
No.
the guy should go to jail
my
and
daughter,
be killed.
my daughter will be allowed to have sex with an older man when she's 63 years old.
Exactly.
Okay, sorry. When she's 63 years old, or the minute after I'm dead, whichever comes first. Yeah, I mean, I understand. There's a whole little girl thing, and there's absolutely a double standard. I can't.
Oh, there
even-
is. Men are going to
won't-
jail for 20, 30
Oh,
years.
I wasn't
for
even
doing
saying that.
stuff.
I'm saying as a parent, I have the double standard of I don't want my daughter to ever have sex ever anytime that I'm alive. And my son, I wouldn't care if he had sex when he was like 11. It'd be fine with me.
That is crazy.
With it being with an older woman, by the time he's 13, it wouldn't bother me. I'm being honest, and I know I'm a hypocrite and I'm a jerk and a creep for saying it, but I'm being honest. That's how I feel. It's my little girl. You know what it is? There's something, and I don't
And
want.
that's why there's a double standard even to these people that are committing these crimes. That women are getting away with 2 or 3 years by having sex with younger boys, but men are going away for 20, 30 years for having sex with younger girls.
At the risk of making the show dirty, I want to talk. It actually has to do with the sex act itself. The actual
Well, a man is penetrating
the
woman.
penetration
Yes, yeah.
makes it seem like it's such a raw. I'm the penetrator.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there's something monstrous about that. There's something invasive about it,
Mhm, totally.
and that's I think what the thing is. But
then how do you, if it's a 30-year-old woman and a 16-year-old boy, do you think it's still the 16-year-old boy's fault? You think he's the guy that's...
I don't think anyone's at fault. well, I guess the woman would be, the older person would be at fault, but I'm just talking about the sex act itself. I always think that the man is the aggressor, I suppose, and that's what makes it feel like an aggressor on a little girl. It seems